What's up guys, Meredith with ExtremeTerrain.com, and today we are checking out this rough country, low profile, hard trifold tonneau cover fitting all 2022 and newer Tundras with the 5.5 foot bed and the cargo management system. Now the open bed can look unfinished, very unfinished, and it's also very unprotected and vulnerable right out of the factory. Now this tonneau cover by Rough Country, however, is a great solution to both of those issues, perfect for the Tundra owner in search of a good looking tonneau cover to complete the appearance of the truck, but also provides a peace of mind that the cargo in the back is covered and secure. This system is also just a fantastic option if you're specifically looking for a hard, low-profile tonneau cover, considering that this is going to be one of the more affordable choices in the category. This bed cover will bring a number of functional benefits to the table. First and foremost, and probably one of the most important, is the protection aspect. Now, whether you're looking to cover up your cargo from bad weather or keep everything dry, or you just want the confidence that your valuables are safe in your bed, this is going to offer that. Now, this will also lock with the tailgate, so you can ensure that anyone without access won't be able to get in, and being a hard construction, it will definitely hold up to a knife, unlike other soft options. This cover will also just be super easy to operate and fold, making the system very user-friendly with this string in the middle to release it from both sides. And although it is a hard cover and does carry a little bit more weight to it compared to a soft cover, because of the construction, it will still be lighter weight and very easy to use on a daily basis. I also just love the benefit of the low profile construction with offering a sharp appearance while also helping out your aerodynamics at the same time. Now, hard tonneau covers are very tough, and this one is no exception, with aluminum panels, which will be durable enough to keep out thieves and, of course, hard weather. But because of the aluminum, like I said, it is going to be pretty lightweight for a hard option and easy to handle, even if you have a lift kit on your Tundra. The cover will also come with rubber seals on all sides to maintain a weather-tight fit and drain tubes, so there's no puddling on the cover. It'll also come with foam on the outside and on the inside to protect the tonneau cover when it's folded, so it's not going to damage itself, and foam for the bulkhead to seal to the top and of course resist any damage on the bed itself. Not to mention, this will have a full bolt-on construction, so you don't have to modify your Tundra in order to mount this up. This will cost you right around $700. Now, putting this side by side with other covers, a couple of things stand out to me, especially at this price point. One being the toughness of the cover while also maintaining a lighter weight design, so it's not going to be a big hassle whenever you have to get into the bed. Now, the second one being the appearance with the flush sides, tying everything together when it comes to the look of the truck while not costing an arm and a leg to accomplish all of those features. Now, will this come with every single bell and whistle that other premium choices have? No, but I think if you want a very solid bed cover that gets the job done, looks incredible while doing it, and is at a more affordable price point, then this is going to be a great option to consider. When it comes to the install, this is going to be fairly easy, so I'm giving it a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and it should only take you about an hour to get the job done with some basic hand tools. At this point though, we can head over to our shop and check out a detailed breakdown on how to get this onto your Tundra at home. So that is going to wrap it up for my review. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
For this install, you will need a drill, a ratchet, a 5/8 drill bit, 16mm socket, the provided Allen wrench, and a pair of angle cutters. What's up guys? Today we're going to be doing a tonneau cover on our Tundra, so let's get started. So now we're ready to go ahead onto the truck. Now you will notice we do not have our luggage rails on ours. We're going to show you how to put it on without the luggage rails. This kit does come with attachments for the luggage rails, so you don't have to remove them, but for demonstration purposes, we're going to go ahead and do it the standard way. Now we've got our rail in hand. Before we can get it on the truck, there's a couple things we need to add to it. So we're going to add our provided middle locking bracket here. Looks like this, got a little Allen head screw on it. We're going to come to the open end that does not have a cover on it. I'm going to go ahead and slide that one on right in the grooves here. We're going to send that up about midway on our rail. Make sure that stays locked in. It might pop out. Easiest way to get that back is to slide it back off. Make sure it goes back in the track. Then we're just going to hand tighten this little Allen screw just to hold it in place for now. Make sure that's not going anywhere. Next, we're gonna add our front bracket onto our rail. That's gonna be this longer flat bracket with these little pads on it. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing with that. Get that locked in on our rail here. We're gonna bring that in maybe 5-6 inches, and then just go ahead and hand tighten this Allen screw again. Just kind of hold it in place for now, but we still want a little bit of movement because we will need to adjust it. Next, we're gonna go ahead and add our drain tube to the open end of our rail. So that's just gonna slot into the very end of our rail and just pushes in. Now, once you have everything you need to have attached to this rail, you can go ahead and do the same thing for the other rail. Then we can go ahead and get them on the truck. Now it's time to get our rails mounted onto our beds. What we're gonna do is put our rail on the side of our bed edge here, and then we're gonna grab our provided clamps. There's 2 for each side. We're gonna send that up behind this little notched area of the bed, and then go ahead and tighten this clamp down onto our rail using our 16mm socket on our ratchet. So the front hook of this clamp is going to go right into this little notched area of our rail, and the back's going to slide behind our bed, and then we're going to go ahead and lock that down. Go ahead and get those locked in. Hold that in place, and then we'll tighten it down. Then we'll go ahead and add our other clamp in. We're gonna make sure our front mounting tab here is behind where we're gonna mount our front clamp. Now once we have this on, we can go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. Now for these specific model trucks, the drain tubes that come with these kits are usually a little bit too large to fit in the factory drainage holes at the front of the bed. So you will need to take about a 5/8 drill bit and a drill and go ahead and drill out those holes larger so that the drain tubes can go all the way through underneath the bed and properly drain. Now for demonstration purposes, we're not gonna drill into the bed of our truck, but we're just gonna set this in the location where it should be, and you can go ahead and drill yours out at home. It should go right down in there. So your next step would be to install the foam padding for the front cross section of your bed here. Now ours already has foam on it from previous installs, so we won't be installing ours, but at home you would just take it, pretty much measure the length across the front of the bed. You can mark it with your thumb and then take some angle cutters or some scissors, cut it down to size, and then stick that across the front. So now we can go ahead and lay our tonneau cover on our rails. So we're gonna start at the front, and then we're gonna unfold it and make sure it's nice and even going down the whole rail. Everything is set where we want. Then we'll go ahead and secure it in place with our forward mounting bolts. And then we'll set our latches and make sure everything is good to go. Now this cover has a front weather stripping here on the forward panel. You want to make sure that lays right over where that foam pad is that we installed on the front of our bed earlier. Then we'll go ahead and unclip our safety latches and fold this out. You can also remove these foam blocks as you unfold it. Now before we lock anything down, we do want to test our tailgate to make sure it opens and closes properly with no hindering of any functions there. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and set our rear latch placement, and that's these that we installed earlier. So we're going to go ahead and move those in place and line those up with our locks here on our tonneau cover. Make sure they line up. Go ahead and press that down. And you may need to adjust it a little bit, and we'll go ahead and tighten it down with our provided Allen wrench. Make sure this locks in place. And then we'll do the same thing for the other one. Now we've gone ahead and pushed our cover forward a little bit, so we'll retest our tailgate. Closes up nicely, opens up nicely. That's what we want. So now it's time to secure the front of our tonneau cover. Now if you recall, we had those front padded mounting plates that we installed on our rails at the beginning of this. There are some access holes here at the front of your cover, one on each side, that these provided front mounting bolts are going to go through. Now the flat end with the little washer on it is going to go through the top here, and then we're going to go in from the bottom and install our flat washer, lock washer, our hand screw, and our retainer cotter pin for this system. So we'll go ahead and line those up from the bottom. We'll get these bolts through, we'll get everything secured. It's going to be hard to see because we're going to be obviously in the bed laying under it, and it's going to be pretty dark. But once you see this for yourself while you're installing it, it becomes pretty self-explanatory. So now we've got our bolt lined up with our front mounting bracket there, and we're going to install our washers, our hand nut, and our retainer cotter pin. And then after that, we're going to use our provided Allen wrench and actually tighten down the bracket on the rail to secure that in place. Now that we have this side done, we'll do the same thing on the other side. So now that we have the front secured, we can go ahead and fold this back one and set our middle locking latches. So we'll go ahead and pull down on our release tabs for this back lock, fold this up once, set our middle latches, and then secure them again with our provided Allen wrench. Alrighty guys, that about wraps up our review and install of our Rough Country low profile hard tri-fold tonneau cover for your 22 current Tundra with 5.5 foot bed and cargo management system. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Tundra, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.